ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of VirtualFlex Solutions Limited, I would like to warmly welcome you all to the start of a new journey, a new revolution. Thank you all. It's very exciting to see you here today, and thank you for your support. And here today, we are introducing a new technology in the Fijian market. We are taking a proactive role in bringing this groundbreaking technology to the Fijian market and with passionate people. We sincerely appreciate the support, and I'm absolutely positive that the technology and
to review and upgrade the computer systems. Some of the very same systems implemented by these hands several years ago as part of my day-to-day PG days. Up to this point, I had been a one-man show, but it was becoming clear that VirtualFlex was evolving into something greater, and that my biggest challenge would be whether I would have the time required in Fiji to fulfill these new requests.
The benefits include reducing capital and operating expenses, enhancing IT resilience and flexibility, providing business continuity, and improving overall IT agility to the next scale.
And I think a lot of you already feel that. Why in 2015 is IT so complex? Why can't we get on with the job of delivering business applications and business results?
For those of you that were part of the Nutanix seminar earlier today, would have seen the kind of technology that VirtualFlex, together with its business partners, would like to bring to Fiji. This is cutting-edge technology. And behind the success of companies such as Google, you can see this technology work.
The government in Fiji has been very much focused on getting our ITC sector very much at international competitive levels. For those of you who may not know, a few years ago under the Bainimarama government, we introduced a number of tax packages that encouraged and gave tax concessions and tax holidays for companies that invested in ITC. And again, we have given further packages in respect of ITC. What we have found that, of course, Fiji as a country has very much lagged behind, not just in the private sector, but within government itself. To give you an example, we have all the titles of all the land in Fiji. It goes back to 1874, even beyond that. All the titles in Fiji are literally, actually, kept in a storeroom in Suvavo House. It was physically, you had to go through it. Some of those titles are in tatters. If you turn a page, you might actually, it rips apart. We are at the moment on a project where we have 2 shifts working from 7 a.m. till midnight since the past 2 weeks. It'll go on till December, where every single record is being digitized. It'll turn to a 24-hour shift. And the idea is to digitize all these records, and then the idea, of course, is to ensure that we are able to make those records available to members of the public, available on their laptops or on their PCs when they're sitting at home, or in the law firms, accounting firms, when they want to do a search. They pay online and they're able to access those records. And of course, to be able to lodge various caveats or whatever it may be, or interests on those titles online. Now, but the reality is that this should have been done about 20 years ago, probably even longer than that. But Fiji has not done that. We are doing that. Our Prime Minister just recently launched the one-window application. If you're a foreigner, if you want to lodge an application, now you can actually go online, pay online your fee of $2,800, and you're able to get your application processed by the 4 top-tier approval agencies, and you just fill out one form. Now, these sorts of things are obviously taking place. That's at one level. But as was highlighted in the private sector too, the range of products that have been available has been limited. We have seen and we've received complaints, and of course many state-owned enterprises have also been, unfortunately, the victims of this, where people simply come along and you buy a product off the shelf, and then they try and tweak it to suit the local conditions, and invariably you end up paying too much money. Invariably, you're having a very extended and expensive AMC. So these are the kind of problems that we find that we have in Fiji. So I was very glad. In fact, when Romit had asked me to come and launch this, I said to him, please explain to me what is this company all about. I think he probably also did not have the same level of knowledge that I have, but now it was all explained to me. And I think that I'm very excited about it. I'll tell you why, because I'm just listening to all the speakers before me. You can see the very raw energy, the obsession or the compassion, not compassion, sorry, the passion. Hopefully you're compassionate too. But the passion about this product, the passion about ITC. And that is very, very good for us because we have a very young population base. We have a lot of young people who we believe that you can also train and make part of your program, your product. And from a government's perspective, we believe that Fiji's future, apart from agriculture, lies in what we call the service industry and clean manufacturing. And I think Fiji is the perfect spot for that. We have very competitive rates in Fiji. The real estate, although I know in your company you don't need much real estate, but real estate nonetheless you do require, is still very competitively priced. We have a young population base. The fact that we are now going to have direct flights to Singapore, it gives us a level of connectivity to the rest of the world. As I was saying to somebody today, that Fiji come April next year will be connected to every single continent that rims around the Pacific except South America. That obviously is our next project. So you're suddenly creating Fiji into a very real hub. And by having companies such as yours in Fiji, and of course with the support of local investors, and I'm glad Romit has actually saw the benefit in partnering with you. And we want to encourage our local entrepreneurs to get outside their comfort zones and invest in companies that I think will eventually give them very good benefits and very good returns. So we are very well poised to be able to house such companies, and we'd like to encourage you in any way that we can give you support. We're here to give you that support. But ladies and gentlemen, I think many of the people who are here would obviously benefit from your company, and I'm sure that you'll find some potential clients today. But suffice to say, from the government's perspective, we obviously are very excited. I'm not looking very excited because I left home at 5 a.m. this morning. I've been driving around the King's Road, and this is my last stop. But congratulations once again to VirtualFlex, also to the MEGG family for participating in this and contributing it by way of as investors. And we obviously look forward to this venture taking off. As I said, that the government here is to play a facilitating role, and we look forward to working in collaboration with you. Who knows, you could probably even do some work for government, or alternatively, we can provide some support to you through our ITC department. I wish you all a very good evening. Vinaka, thank you.
Thank you very much.